Well, here's an update on my project. How's that? That's my update. Man, it's been one of those weeks, been very busy, and I've taken a little bit of time here and there to work on this, but well, here we are. This is the chassis. I guess I didn't paint the other side of it. This has been this project. This entire project has been exactly that. Here is some fun. You can see, maybe, probably not. There it is. So you can see right here, bunk, right there. That is the spot that I had to fill because I drilled the wrong hole for the mirrors. So I filled that hole, and then I had a brilliant idea, and I said, you know what? I'm just gonna shoot this spot with. What am I going to shoot it with? Where is it? There it is. What am I going to shoot it with? I'm going to shoot it with primer. So instead of taping off the vehicle or just getting out my handy, trusty paint on primer, there it is. I decided I'd shoot it with primer. Isn't that brilliant? So once I finish the entire car, sanding and everything else, you can now see I have more sanding to do. So I basically just created a whole bunch of work for myself. Next, let's take a look at this. This doesn't look like a tan interior, does it? Not at all. Here is my attempt at flocking. It has sink marks, which you can sort of see here, 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 and here. Those sink marks, I tried to fill them in a little bit. Didn't quite work. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to flock this whole thing. So I got a little bit of flocking. I actually did quite a half decent job on flocking. Surprised at my job. But guess what I did? I used yellow paint and yellow flocking on a tan interior. So again, created more work for myself. So I have since ordered tan flocking, and I'll be laying down some tan paint on the inside. So there it is. What else have I done? Well, this is the one thing that I actually did right so far, the hood. See, I have a couple spots here that have to be sanded out, but I added a few layers of paint to it because it was paper thin in the front, right there. The leading edge of this was paper thin, so I had to sort of figure that out. So there's that. Other things that I did correctly. This, I'm gonna mount this onto the car, and so you can see that. There you can already see some other issues. Next, the Knight Rider car. Does it have a black dashboard or a weird yellow dashboard? It's got a black dashboard. Problem again. So I'm going to have to shoot this one with a little bit of black. But look, you can already see, though, all the detail is, well, not all the detail. Look at that. It's already got some dust in it. So I'm going to have to sand it down a little bit, and then I'll have to shoot it with black. There you go. Yippee. More. I haven't finished the motor. I've been too focused on all this body garbage. One more thing. Same thing here. Look at that. A little bit of black on this right there. And I shot that with primer. I'm going to have to sand it down. This right here. Guess what? Now, the Knight Rider car did not have the Knight 2000 embossed on the nose. But I actually kind of like that. So I'm going to leave it. There's something else that the Knight 2000 did have right here in these inserts, which I didn't realize until I was watching a video last night. And I don't know if I can find them here. No, they're not on the box art. But in these inserts were running lights or fog lights or something along those lines. So, I don't know how I'm going to handle that just yet. So I sit here and stare at it. And I think I need a little break from this model for a moment. Maybe for a little while. And I got myself a little airbrush for Christmas, so I've been playing with that a little bit. I'm going to just sort of play with my model a little bit, because when I get to this point with a car, I generally don't want to do anything to it. And I just kind of want to get it done. You know what I mean? I just want to wrap it up. And that's not helpful to me or the model. And that just kind of frustrates me. And I need to find something that's going to take me away from that mindset and just put me somewhere else for a change. So here's, let's take a look at some of the positive things that I did here. So I don't have my mount up here with me. So you're just going to have to bear with me, I guess. Here, let's take a look. We've got some mounting pins. Let's see if I can move back far away. Okay, there you go. You can kind of see those mounting pins. Let me get it up in profile. There it is. So those mounting pins, I just drilled into the spoiler and then drilled into the car. Put a little dab of white paint on each little pin and drilled where the pin was. That looks like it's about accurate. Let me put this in. There we go. There's one. And there's two. Sorry about that. I had to look at it. So there it is. All mounted up. Looks pretty darn good, if I do say so myself. There it is. And so it actually looks pretty nice. And the mirrors actually turned out quite well as also. So let's find a mirror here. Blunk. I don't think it'll stay all by itself, but you get the idea, right? The mounting pin, I just don't want to have to fight the paint when I got done with it, and have to like super glue paint to paint and kind of put up with that nonsense. But there it is. So now I have a positive hole to mount this mirror on. There, actually hangs. Obviously not the way it's going to look, but it hangs off the side. So the positive mirror, positive mounting pin is going to help me mount those properly. So that's not too bad. It worked out very well. Okay, so a couple things worked out all right. A couple things did not. But like I said, I'm just kind of frustrated with this thing right now. Let me show you one more thing on this update. The wheels. So I was a little concerned about the wheels. See how the paint pulled away from the edge. I'm assuming it's some sort of grease or oil in the silly putty. Forced it to pull away. So I decided that I was going to get in there and pull the putty off of one of the wheels. So I did. And look at what I got. Actually, it looks all right. If I shoot it with the black, probably be fine. But I have to remask that set of wheels. What else do I have in here? Really, I think that's about the the update. I want to show you one other thing that I found on this car before we carry on too much. One more thing that I found on this car goes back to the hood. So I'm going to move this out of the way for the moment. And we're going to put the car out here. All right. So the hood, let's see how it looks here. There it is. So you can already see, can't you? It's got a little bit of a lift on the driver's side of the hood. Well, then you come back here and you notice it's got a little bit of a lift back here. So I push that down. Guess what happens to the driver's side of the hood? Look at that. Comes up even more. So this takes quite a little bit of finessing to just sort of get so that it sits down. So, I mean, I just got to, you kind of push here, lift here, pull here, and I've been sort of twisting it, sort of bending it into shape so that it would hold its shape. On the underside, we can go to that as I lose the wing off the back. But you can see right here where I've had to make these, holes bigger. I've had to go through and make those holes quite a bit bigger. And that's just to get the hood to set properly on. So, I mean, I don't know what I expect. It's an MPC kit. They sort of tend to fight you every inch of the way, tooth and nail. But I mean, it's a pretty good kit once you get all these little doodads done. I think while I'm doing this kit, I'm probably going to work a little bit more on another kit, but we'll see. I'm going to put this thing together and see if I can get some pictures of it.